Okay, so today we want to make a tutorial on how to build this Iron Golem farm in survival, because it's actually pretty difficult, and yeah, we want to show you the basic ideas behind it and how to start with and how to build this different spawning cells. So if you actually want to build something like this on your own, yeah, you can check out this. So what we did here is to at first mark the towers, and one of the spawning cells is already finished, and the other one aren't. I've reduced my viewing distance because of lags when I'm recording, so sorry if you can't see a lot here, but yeah, it's the towers are spaced out so that the center of the towers is, yeah, this right here actually leads nowhere right now, so luckily I just jumped out before I would fall down. Okay, so yeah, at first how to space them. So to make actually sure that you don't have any interfering villages, we made it so that the center of the spawning cells is over 85 meters apart. Actually it can be a bit less, but there is some oddity in the algorithm where it sometimes connects them and sometimes not, but if they are right at the edge of being connected, so you should leave some more gaps so that it doesn't actually connect. And so this is just use F3 and make sure these are even in number, but just make sure that the center of it is more than 85 blocks apart from the next center, and so it's yeah, 85 is just enough, so then it's okay for all the spawning cells, and they are spaced every 70 meters. So you can now see my Y coordinate is at 240, and then if I go down to the next one, it's at 170, so 70 meters down, and the next one is at 100. So then it's also definitely spaced out enough so that the upper and the villages on top of each other won't interfere. And yeah, this design you can build 12 of these cells. You could actually build it with 3 by 3 instead of 2 by 2, but yeah, this is just quick enough, and also this has only a few villagers, so it doesn't create lag at all. Even on a slow computer you should notice lag from these villagers here, so it should work fine for you, and so that's why we chose this size. Okay, so that's how to build the cells here, and the cell size is 20 by 20, so you have the corner here and then 80 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and then the next corner, and they are square size, so that the other size is that huge as well. And so let's go on to how to actually build the cells. So first thing to do is obviously to locate a village, and if you let's say have a village somewhere down there, we use this minecart rail here to transport villagers up. You can push villagers into a minecart, if the minecart doesn't move, you have to move the minecart and not the villagers. So let me just show it to you here. If I move this minecart here, I got the villager kept now, and then I can push him out, and we can move them around with the minecarts. It's pretty tricky, and yeah, not that easy, but it's still the easiest way to do. So here we have the villagers. Oh, I actually let one free, but
you have any torches for me?
What?
Torches for me?
I don't. Oh, only 17, but here you go. Okay, so this is just a small infinite breeding cell. Of course it's now influenced by this area here, but it still does work. So we have doors up here, one villager, and a few blocks up there. It's just these and these villagers below try breeding all the time to fill up the doors, but they can't reach them, as I told you in the last science video, and so they breed from time to time. but at now they don't breed at all because they are connected with this village here, which is already filled. But yeah, it worked before we were putting them into there, and we will build the same thing at the next tower up there. So just by connecting these towers with minecart rails, as I said, it's pretty difficult and it's pretty time consuming because yeah, you have to move them all the time with minecarts. And so let's just show how the cells are built. So at first you have to build a 3 meters high ceiling. This is the bottom of the cell parts, and the doors are placed on top of here. So yeah, it's 3 meters high, you can see it here. And to place the water, we use the technique so that the water all floods to the center. I will just grab a bucket and show you. Okay, so now I will show you how to place the water so that it's only floods to the center. So yeah, you have to leave 2 blocks empty here, so don't place anything within the 4 corner blocks here. But yes, I can mark it just for you here right now, and then place water all around the wall here. You can use the self-creating infinite springs to do that to the other side, and of course you have to also leave the edges empty here, because if you also fill in the edges, it will create infinite springs on the complete area, so that you can only get a still water pool and not the water which is flooding to the center. Okay, so let's just grab some more water and do the same on the other sides, and be careful not to place the water, for example here, then it would all connect to an infinite spring. Maybe just show it once what happens. But I do like this, and yeah, one more around here, we get this. So it's obviously a bit hard if you try it for the first time and put it wrong. We may think, how the hell should this work? But okay, let's do it again. Okay, so after you've placed all the water sources here, then you can remove the blocks at the side, and then just place one water source above the others. So now place the water source here, and you will get water just flooding to the center without connecting. And do this for all 4 corners, and then you have a nice water stream going to the center without any dead spots and without losing any spawning areas and so on, which is pretty cool.
User joined your channel.
So just like this. After that you can build the second floor, so each spawning cell contains 2 floors, and it has to be 4 meters above the first one, so just at this height here. And then yes, works like this. Do the same thing for with the water streams like you did on the bottommost floor, and to prevent the iron golems from walking outside, you should make a too high ceiling around this. Yeah, and as I said, just repeat this design and build the second floor. So this is how it should look like if the top row is also finished. And yeah, next step is to place the doors and to make the cells for the villagers. Okay, here are the next steps. So you have to place the door afterwards, and here are 7 doors at each measured from each corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is how the cell for the villagers should look like. You can make it out of glass, it's not needed, but yeah, then you can see how many villagers are in there. So this is just a glass cell, and I've made these 2 lines here out of endstone to match with the other look of it. And yeah, just do it for all sides. And yeah, the difficult part is now how to get the villagers inside. So we already got them in here, and on the other side there are also already 2 villagers in there. You will just have to place the minecart rails, and yeah, for example, you can place them like this to just push them in with minecarts, and if you make the ceiling here, so let me just push him in completely, like this, he won't be able to get out, but you can still put another minecart in, because the minecart is just 1 block high, so you can now set them up without the chance of anybody escaping. And it's still a lot of work, but it's definitely so
worth
just
it.
Worth it, yes, because the iron farm itself will produce tons of iron. Okay, so now let's get to the part how to move the iron golems. After iron golem has spawned, you can it will be flooded to the center of the spawning pads and then fall down, and you can make glass tunnels between the spawning floors. As I said, they have to be 70 meters spaced apart, and they are not really necessary because the iron golem will land on the down floor anyway, but it may look a bit cooler if you use them, and also you may have faster falling down because they don't land on the water pool and then have to be flooded to the center again. And at the bottom you can move them with these water streams, and you actually don't have to go down every 8 blocks, because you can simply use pressure plates or any other item with no collision mask in between, because the iron golems are wider than 1 block, so there will be no dead zones when you just use these setup, and they can will be pushed infinitely in this loop here. Okay, and here is how you can kill the iron golems easily. Of course, you can also set up your own lava traps, and we actually have an idea, and we will use it on our server, how to pre-damage the golems so that they are just nearly instantly killed, because normally they take quite a while to be killed in lava, because they have over 50 hearts exactly. That's pretty much. So this setup here opens pistons when you step on the pressure plates, and then floods the killing room here with lava, and it also, the lava disappears quite fast, and simply connect the wire below the pressure plates here, and sorry for that, the water here is 2 by 3, and signs are only placed here. You don't need a sign here because the lava can't flow to that point anymore. And yes, simply you can see it here, place the lava and the pistons like this, and it should be fine. Okay, and of course it's not the only way, but it's still the fastest way. So just to test it, it takes about 10 seconds till an iron golem dies in lava, and it may sound just a few, but it's actually taking pretty long. And this guy is somehow standing on the top of his inside the wall, so let's just test it out. Yes, you can see it takes quite a while, but it works. But that's still one of the fastest ways. If you would suffocate or drown, then it would be obviously much slower, and I would recommend to not auto kill them, simply because your items will despawn pretty quick, but iron golems do not despawn, so you can just let them fill up for a few hours and then kill them. So it's much better than just auto killing them and then collecting, having to stand there all the time to get the items. But still it's very cool, and I hope you liked it, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.